Well, here we are on a windswept Suffolk field. We're about to go ferreting, but I just want to go on the second part of this series about going back to basics. We're just going to have a little look in the back of the truck here and just see exactly what equipment do I use when I go ferreting. We need ferrets, but you need to carry them about. So in here we've got a ferret and we've got a fantastic little bowback carrying box. It keeps the ferret safe and secure and protected from the elements, the wind, the rain, the snow, the sun, but it also gives me a fantastic seat to enjoy my cup of tea on while I'm waiting for the action to happen. So a ferret box, the first part of the equipment. Brightly coloured, so even I can't trip over this one when I'm looking for stuff in the green grass. Got the two dogs in the back, Bella and Millie. To some they may be a luxury, but to me they're absolutely essential. They give me somebody to talk and to moan to when things aren't going right, because normally I'm on my own. We're all getting older now, and these can get to the net a lot quicker than what we can. So not only do they mark the warren, do they marshal the net, they can get around a lot quicker than what we can. We need protection. Good jacket, good waterproof jacket, wheel layers underneath, leggings, waterproofs, good boots. You may want to put some wax-proof leggings on to protect you from the thorns, but when I'm diving about the bushes, I love my little leather waistcoat here. This, as you can see, has protected the back and the front from all the thorns ripping into you, so you can dive in there and get to your rabbits and your ferrets. So good equipment, good clothing, good boots, especially ones that can take a bit of digging. Then what we have is the nets. Of course, it matters very little to the ferret under the ground how it works, but to me, it's everything. So I have two different nets, the purse nets and the long nets. Now they're all different variants. The purse nets can be purse net, poke net, purse nets with little rings on the end, with little stakes on the end. They could be 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot, doesn't matter. It's all to suit your individual terrain. But the long nets all come in a basket. They're all fixed, they're all made idiot proof, because not everybody that comes netting or ferreting with me is all fair with using a long net in the traditional sense of the word and the traditional method. So we've just made it easy. Now the basket is going to make sure we can carry it about, we can chuck it down, but at the end of the day the nets are going to be quick and easy to come out, they're going to be quick and easy to get back in again. We have a bag here, all full of purse nets. Recipe of a good net: quick and easy to open, quick and easy to lay. Brightly coloured, because I want an alien colour to the foliage we're working in, because at the end of the day I'm like every other rabbiter, I'm renowned for my short arms and long pockets. But what about the ferrets itself? Are we just going to put it under the ground and just hope for the best? No chance. We're going to put on the ferrets an electronic ferret finder. Now this is like a seatbelt in your car. Hopefully you'll never need it, but if you do, you'll be glad you're wearing one. So every ferret we work, be it 1, be it 10, be it 15 or however many, we always have a ferret finder on. But these have developed through the ages since the late 60s, early 70s. And nowadays I use the Mark III, because to me that gives me the reassurance I need that anywhere I go I can find my ferret. So if I want to, I can get them out. Now I've got a little pouch for my ferret finder. Here we've got the Mark III, goes in the pouch. Now a good friend of mine, Philip from Moss Leather Goods, he did this for me because I was always fed up of having it stuck in my welly or falling out my pocket. So this now, it can go on the arm, it can go on my belt, but at least I know it's going to be somewhere within easy reach. So the ferret finder, the Mark III, to me is the most essential piece of equipment. Now this ensures we can get over Mother Nature's defence mechanisms. Rabbit goes in a dead end, normally you'd have to sit there, but now with ferret finders we can locate it and we need to get it out. But how do we get it out? Simple, you use a spade. From the extreme, Excalibur here, built on a heavy demolition bar with a very solid head, I can go through anything: television cables, phone cables, electricity wires, as well as roots. So you've got to be careful when you're digging, especially around buildings. My bread and butter work, this little spade here, you notice there's no rust on this. But when we're amongst the tree roots, we want a little spade. Now this is a mini version, a mini-me of Excalibur. This gives me, with these 3 spades, the adaptability I need for any terrain. Sand, clay, rock, chalk. I've got an implement to get them out. But what I need to do is feel me way before I'm digging, especially in sand, because the pipe could be 12 inches deep. So your ferret finder's reading 3 feet, but really you're only digging 1.5 or 2. So we use a probe. Now this probes the ground and it falls through. And to me, it's another essential piece of kit. A probe and a spade have got to go together. But sometimes we've got to get across to where we're digging, and we have a lot of barbed wire here in Suffolk. So what I've done is just made a very cheap little tool out of some drainage pipe. Piece of pipe, and it's cut down the middle there. You can see a gap. That goes over the barbed wire. I can climb over it, and we're not going to have no nasty accidents with barbed wire and legs that are just not quite long enough to get over the top. So this is in the back of the truck now. Wherever I go and I carry over barbed wire, I can do it safely. Now we need some ground clearance tools. We have some secateurs and loppers. I've got a machete here, and I've also got a little slasher. It's a bit like a golf club, but with all the angelica we have round here, this gives me the ability to quickly get them down, get the nets down and get the nets through. And of course, you need a flask. You need something to drink and something to eat. Keep your sugar levels up, keep your focus on the warren. So not only do we need all this equipment, you've got to look after the inner you. Make sure you've got good food and a warm drink. Because at the end of the day, if you're not focused on what you're doing, you're going to get lapsdaisical and you're going to make mistakes. You can't become complacent. So some of the equipment is a must, some of it's a luxury, but at the end of the day, no matter how we're going ferreting for a bit of fun for these films, or seriously where it gets emotional and we're there for work, we need to have a good ferret box, a good ferret, a ferret finder, and at least a spade. And then we can get what we need to do. And once we've harvested the rabbits, we've then got the game carriers. Because these, with these loops, then put a cow loop on, you know, we can carry these rabbits about without having to cut into the legs. And it's a very easy way of transporting rabbits about, because you know what it's like, get 10, 20 rabbits, it is a hard thing to carry. So with these, it makes it easier. So this is it. This is what we carry in the back of the truck. Now, at certain times we can have even more equipment, but this is what we basically need. Good ferrets, boxes to carry them around in, collars round the neck to tell us where they are, spades to be able to get them out of the ground, have the field craft to dispatch humanely and efficiently, game carriers to carry them back, and then we have got everything we need to go ferreting. So in the next part of the series, we're actually going to go ferreting. We're going to put it all into practice. Are the ferrets good enough? Is the equipment in the right place? Have I laid the net right? That's what we're going to be looking at.